very lively discussion. And as you watch, don't forget to type in your questions, your comments in the chat so we can have a very lively and engaging back and forth. All right? This is your show. We want you to participate. So get comfortable and see if you can learn something new as we go into today's topic. All right? Now, people, why Jamaica officer hype? I mean, it's like everything we do things, when we're not even a try, it's like greatness just follows. I mean, if you know your history, you know that one of our past governors back in colonial times got a few coffee plants to grow really just for personal use. But when those beans combine with our soil, our water, and our climate, up at the Blue Mountain, it produced something so special that the world fell in love. And our coffee is regarded as among the best in the world. So here in Jamaica is that time of year again when we take time out to celebrate our coffee through the Blue Mountain Coffee Festival. And here with us to share all the details is Director of the Tourism Linkages Network, Mrs. Carolyn McDonald Riley. Ms. Riley, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Yes.
Vaughn, it's my pleasure to be here talking about the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival.
All right, it's my pleasure to have you here. And we did it last year, so we have to do it again. We have to talk about the big festival that I'm sure is going to be a massive success as usual because it seems every year over year, we just keep improving and improving and improving and improving. So, with that said, let's just get the specifics out of the way: who, what, where, when, where is it going to be held, and what day, etc., cost, all of those. Let's just establish those things before we get into the price and get into the entertainment and all the different things that you have lined up for everybody. So let's just dig in there. So
So
where?
it's gonna be on March 2, March 2nd, and it's going to be in the hills at Newcastle. So that's where we're going to be. And we've been going there for quite a number of years. I know a number of people still don't know what happens on that side because, we're so accustomed to when we talk about tourism on the North Coast,
Mm-hmm.
here is another side up into the Blue Mountains. And it's on
In the
the
hills.
Newcastle grounds.
All right. So Newcastle grounds up in the hills on March 2. How much money we have to go shell out to get up there?
March
How much
2,
money
just
we
a
looking at?
mere $5,000. But before we talk about the money,
Okay.
this is what is important. So we're talking about a month-long celebration, which we're going to go a little into
Mm-hmm.
a little later into the interview. But the festival day, that's March 2. And the highlight of it is the tour from UTEC up into the hills. So we are not encouraging persons to drive up to the hills at all. We'll be having policemen along the strip to ensure that there's nobody driving up.
Yeah,
As a
nobody
matter of fact,
distracting and causing traffic and all those things when
yes,
everybody
because
there.
we have had challenges because, we like to drive to everywhere we're going.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about the roads is not so wide. So there's a lot of exciting things we're doing this year to ensure that we have a smoother traffic. Last year we had a few accidents on the road with
Wow.
taxis, yes, probably one or two. But because the road is narrow, the road, it caused delays. We had the Catherine Peak trucks going up and down, and we're having conversation with all persons involved. But we want our tour buses, which we'll have lots more of them, to move smoothly along. As a matter of fact, we're looking at an era where the tour buses, so we're encouraging large groups, if they want to jump and have their own tour buses going up, like the hotels did last year, and we'll be doing this year, for us to have an area for them to park.
Okay, so I didn't know that well, it's so big the thing going on, Miss Riley, in terms of
Oh,
I'm with
yeah.
Carolyn, like, we're trying to be
This,
friends now,
this is
right?
tourism,
So
This is
we have
tourism.
actually hotels who are making linkages and they bring guests all the way from
Oh,
Jamaica
yes,
and Gold
they
Coast to come
they
up to
pick,
the
pick
festival.
up their guests at the hotels and they take their guests and they drop them off in their buses, in their marked buses, and drop them off at the festival and pick them up at a designated time. So yes, we're still encouraging that. As a matter of fact, I know Heart did it as well. So if there are companies who want to do that, they still stop at UTEC where we actually ban them so that they can go to the venue and come off the bus seamlessly, but we are encouraging individual people not to drive.
Right, and because y'all have a nice, a wonderful excursion plan, those who park up at the
Oh,
UTEC terminal,
yes.
they get a nice, dry, relaxing, beautiful, scenic drive from UTech all the way up to the venue, and you get to enjoy that. I mean, come on,
Yes,
who wants
actually,
to drive?
we train. We have some volunteers
Mm-hmm.
who are really the hospitality students from UTech, UWI, Edna Manley. I hope I'm not leaving out any other college.
Mm-hmm.
But we have these trained persons who are also trained as volunteers, although they are hospitality students. And they will be, each of them will be on a bus that will be taking you up the scenic tour.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you about the tour. So I want you to picture a tropical paradise steeped into the rich history of coffee craftsmanship, where you have the Caribbean breeze carries with it this exquisite sense of blue mountain coffee through this lush green hill. You picture that?
Mm-hmm.
Now add a dash of pulsating energy, a sprinkling of cultural fusion, and a generous pour of unparalleled hospitality. And that is the marketplace. Don't open your eye yet,
Mm-hmm.
because outside of that, when you come off this bus, whether you get a cup of coffee or you get a sample of something, the earlier you go, you'll get a nice gift bag with goodies.
Mm-hmm.
So I am telling you, we don't reach the entertainment yet. We don't reach all the excitement that's going to be up there yet. So that is what we have in store for you. So you can open your eyes though.
That sounds fantastic. And people online watching us, remember this is your show. If you have any questions about Blue Mountain Coffee Festival, this is why we have Miss McDonald Riley right here. We want you to ask all the questions you want. Ask her how you can work with her to book the plan and book the ticket and make everything way. I mean, like if they have tourists coming from all over the country to come to Blue Mountain,
Oh, yes, we do. We
there are
do.
ways to facilitate you from wherever you are in the world to get
Wherever
here
you are.
and come and enjoy this wonderful festival.
And
Right?
and
So,
because the Jamaica Tourist Board is very involved in the marketing of this coffee festival, we anticipate a lot of our guests will be coming, some specifically for the festival,
mhm.
right? And therefore we are asking our Jamaican people to buy tickets early.
Mm-hmm.
So the tickets will go on sale and we'll have tickets through a number of our ticketing outlets. We are looking at the Fontana Pharmacy Network, the areas where we have the coffee partnerships, and I'll tell you who they are in a while. But we'll also have tickets at Devon House. So yes, this year Devon House will be one of our ticketing outlets. The tickets are $5,000, so we have not increased prices.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when everybody increasing prices in a coffee festival, we want everybody to get a piece of the coffee festival.
All
And
right.
children are $3,000.
Is there anywhere online persons can buy tickets?
Yes, Gustavus is going to have a package. And guess what? And it's going on now. And as a matter of fact, Gustavus have a lot of other exciting goodies apart from the tickets. So they'll have probably a 2 for 1 and all of this other excitement. Yes. And Touchstone will have tickets online like we did last year.
All right, so people, there's a plenty of options for you to be able to get
Plenty of
tickets.
plenty of options to get those tickets early. We have groups who also approach us for tickets, so don't hesitate to ask where you can get those group discounts.
So you have them at group rates or something like that.
Oh yes, we will have.
All
Oh yes. And somebody did ask children. Last year we had a zoo upstairs, and we are planning to come back with that zoo, that petting zoo, which is a subset of Hope Zoo. They actually create the space. We have that. There's a museum, and we'll have, apart from the myriad of coffee experiences, because it's really what we call a triad of C's.
Mhm.
It's coffee, it is culture, and it is the community integrating in one space. So we're going to our children will be having a great time. Apart from having experiences specifically for children, we will also have the Hope Zoo having an area where it's not just for children, because
Right.
I get excited about
Yeah, I mean,
going
but
to
first,
the zoo as
when they
well.
come with their children, you want to know that you have somewhere where they can leave them,
Yes.
and you
Yes.
can go and enjoy your coffee and do what you want to do and all these
Yes.
things, and then they can stay and entertain themselves. You know what I
They
mean?
can stay and entertain themselves. They
All
might
right.
want to go on the bounce about, and I like to go on the bounce about, but
All
yes, the
right.
bounce about will be for children. And I'm sure adults are like,
All right.
There'll be popcorn, all of the things that children love.
All right, but
So,
I want to, let me just take a bit. Let me just, one more quick reminder to those online, those watching us online. Hey, remember, all right, if you have any questions about the Coffee Festival, tune in, drop us a line in the comments. Miss McDonald Riley will answer you. We'll be able to get all the information that you need, all right? Just keep a listening ear, and if there's anything that piques your interest, just drop it in the comments. We'll take it on right away, all right? No, Miss McDonald Riley, no, Carolyn Riley. Keep forgetting that we're friends. You can't just tell them I have a little man sometime it chippings. I have to remind myself to, yeah, all right, cool. Now,
and that's fine.
All right. So, insofar as this year's festival, is there a particular theme or a particular energy that or a vibe that you're going for this year? Is there a way that you've organized things this year?
Well, as I said, we're looking at coffee, culture, and community.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the vibes, the spreading. We're encouraging the community to be a part of it because we're trying to be very inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And our coffee farmers and the surrounding community is really important to us. So really, that's a message that we are spreading. And I know we're talking about the coffee festival specifically, but I'd love you to know that we're celebrating coffee for the entire month of March. Coffee, by the way, is the most consumed beverage of the world outside of water.
Right.
The water is first, coffee is second.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamaica produces the best coffee in the world. That's what we
it's
tell
not like
ourselves.
we're not biased or anything.
Want it to be. We're not biased.
Mm-mm.
You need to see the lines when we go overseas, when we take this coffee with us, how many people lining up for a cup. So we know what we're saying. But I want you to know that there are other things we do apart from the festival day. Actually, we have what we call a Farmers Trade Day. And on that Farmers Trade Day, we get all of our coffee farmers together at the UTech Auditorium, and we speak about matters affecting coffee. We have a number of persons that would be integrated in coffee also there, making presentations, giveaways, and all of that stuff. So we bust our farmers in from different parts of the island, whether it's Blue Mountain or all the different kind of coffee, High Mountain coffee, and we have seminars. We also have a number of other curated experiences going up the hill. So the hill, we have a number of different shops and restaurants. We encourage persons throughout the month to visit them, to go to the different coffee places and have coffee. So it's really a month-long celebration. As a matter of fact, normally we start with these activities and we end with the coffee festival.
Mm-hmm.
This year we're starting with the coffee festival and we're having the activities going on for the entire month.
All right, so if I'm a person if I'm a stakeholder, if I'm somebody who has a little coffee business or something, is it too late for me to try and get in so
it's not too late.
Get a booth or something like that?
We have a lot of booths. Let me tell you who is on already,
mm-hmm.
so that you can start getting excited.
Mm-hmm.
So incidentally, there's something I need to address. Last year, we did have a number of persons waiting, what they might thought would have been a little too long.
Mm-hmm.
This year, we are engaging a lot more tour buses, the bigger buses, to make the trek up the hill. So the waiting shouldn't be long. However, while you're waiting, we'll be curating an experience at UTech. So the waiting will feel almost as if it's not waiting. We'll have persons on the ground with different experiences to share in terms of booths. We will also have entertainment and music on the ground, and of course, Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to having all of that. So who are the businesses on the day? On the day, in the space, we'll have Cafe Blue, we have Stonely Coffee, we have Island Brew Coffee Traders, we have Skin by Indie, Nakasha Coffee, Family Farms JA, we have Easy Now Apparel, we have Georgia Beans Bath and Body Care, we have Wicks by Gray, and we still have space for more persons to come on.
All right. So who do persons contact if they want to be able to set up a booth or get themselves involved in some way?
They can contact us through our pages, which is on Instagram at Jamaica Coffee Fest or at TIFF Jamaica.
All right. And they'll get all the information they need.
And easiest route. Of course, I could say call Carolyn McDonald Riley, but I think we have a number of persons managing the social pages. It's far easier to get to us.
All right, so if you have a booth or persons might be wondering, just to clarify, is it that you only have to have a coffee-based business to be able to?
Well, we would much prefer, yes. Okay. If you're talking about on the parade grounds, coffee-infused products. Because this is a coffee festival. So coffee-infused products. On the grounds at UTech, we would be welcoming other persons.
All right.
But talking about the coffee festival, coffee-infused products.
You have to just make it clear now, because persons might think, but I might have something, I don't know, I sell balloons for argument's sake, and decide I want to come and try to sell them at the coffee festival, just to make sure we're giving priority to persons who have some coffee-based or coffee-infused product or something that they can offer, all right?
Right.
So I'm gonna ask
and I want to remind my patrons, to the thousands of people that will be coming, that I'll have bags for the first 1,000. Not everybody. So the earlier you come, the better it will be. So everybody going to come, where's my bag? The person who comes at 3 o'clock, where's my bag? When we start at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's when gates open? Or that's when you start the first bus will leave from UTech. The
first bus will leave at 9:30.
9:30. All right, people. So there you go. Beat a path up to UTech for about 9:30, so you can be on that first and be among the first 1,000 people to get that special gift bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there should be a whole heap of goodies in there. There are so many coffee related goods, as well as different vendors selling coffee related things. So that should be very interesting.
It should be interesting. Interesting. And the entertainment. I didn't
stick one thing, but I don't want to give it away just yet, Miss Carolyn. I want to ask you, just based on what you've seen so far, how has the festival grown? How do you feel at this stage, at this particular staging, in terms of watching the growth of the festival over there? It's been about what now? 4 or 5 years?
This is the 7th year.
7th year. There you go.
This is the 7th year. We had it 1 year at Devon House, and it was also very successful. We actually did a survey last year as to whether persons wanted it on the flat or they wanted us to go back the hill. And a resounding number of persons said, guess what? They want to go right back up the hill. So here we are. We have listened and we're trekking back up the hill. So yes, I think it has grown tremendously. I think it has grown. So we are looking forward to even more people. But of course, there is a limit to the amount of tickets that we will print, because we do not want the venue to be overcrowded. We want it to be in the venue feeling really great, but not feeling that, there's so much people around it that you can't breathe.
All right. Now, just to revisit something, we had a quick question here from YouTube. Tiana H is asking, we talked about it before, but it's always good to repeat. She's asking, is there parking available at Newcastle? How do I get to the venue? Please take it away, Carolyn.
No parking. We are encouraging persons to go. And by the way, we have paid for thousands of spaces at UTech. So not only is there the space, there is a secure parking for you to park and jump on that tour bus.
All right, so Tiana, the plan of action, head to UTech, and from UTech there are shuttle buses that will take you up to the venue up in Newcastle. All right, they don't necessarily, as Carolyn was explaining, we don't necessarily want too many persons driving up and down along the venue route. That can cause chaos and confusion and unfortunately some accidents. So they would prefer to have much more of their tour buses transporting the people back and forth to kind of streamline things and keep it organized and so on. So tell your friends, tell everybody no need to drive. Just head on up to UTech, jump on the shuttle bus, get a comfortable, relaxing drive through the Jamaican mountainside, watch the view, enjoy the beautiful view, and then when you get off the bus, you get a fancy gift bag from the coffee festival. You get all the experiences available, all the coffee related products to see, sample, experience, all of that. Then we have this fantastic entertainment package, which Carolyn's about to explain to us right now. Take it away, man.
As a matter of fact, Vaughn, when you go on that tour bus, we have a tour guide that will take you through the scenic routes. So it's an experience just to be on those tour buses. Our main partner with that is Island. And these are persons who are trained in the industry to take us along the different areas of the island. And of course, along this course, going up into the Blue Mountain is one such. So it's a scenic tour. So don't discount going on that tour bus and enjoying the experience and meeting new friends. You're going to be interacting with persons you don't know. People going to have, and a number of persons will also take the tour buses, a number of our visitors. Not everybody will drive. Some of them will be leaving from their hotels, but guess what? some of our people who come here and are in the Airbnbs will be there too.
Exactly. Fantastic. No, entertainment, entertainment. Well, apart from the zoo for the children, bounce about kids area for the adults, when we're done walking around and checking out the coffee and all the different booths with the different products and so on, what do we have in the way of entertainment? Carolyn, talk to us
Okay.
about that.
So first of all, we're going to have DJ Delano. He's going to be doing music, right? And that's DJ Delano from Renaissance. We have him for the entire day. And our host will be Debbie Bisoon. Yes, we have a beautiful host. You'll come into the rhythm of the Silverbird Steel Band. Yes. We have the Charleston Maroon who will be performing. We have Amaya, she'll be performing. We have a number of other entertainers. We're still in discussion with 2 other entertainers that are not named yet because we're still in discussions. But I also wanted to buy the ticket. I don't want when you hear the entertainers, then everybody's scurrying and then we have challenges. So we are still in discussion as to the main entertainment act. But it's really, remember, much more about the coffee and the coffee experience.
All right, no problem. I mean, I'm sure whatever the entertainment, whoever you do get to secure it, there will just be icing on the cake to what's already there.
It will be icing on the cake.
All right, we had a quick question. We touched on it again, but I mean, once again, this is going to happen from time to time. Persons that ask questions, maybe they didn't.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's what it is about.
Asking what is being done differently this year to reduce the issues patrons experienced last year with transportation. Shuttle was always available, I believe, or maybe wasn't always available, I suppose is the question. So let's talk about that.
So what we're going to do, we're putting far more shuttles on. I believe we're going to have up to 30 shuttles. We are going to be putting out the times of the shuttle. We're also asking everybody not to come at 1 o'clock, like what most people did last time. And I know it's Saturday, we tend to get our things out and so forth, and then after you finish everything, you come and you want to go up the hill. But guess what? We're encouraging person, but we're going to have a whole heap of shuttles rolling out. They're going to be timed. So last year, the shuttles took a little longer time because a number of persons drove. We also had to compete with the trucks, but we have been, as I said, talking to Grace about the rolling out of the trucks this year. And also, I can't tell you that we're having conversation with the taxi men, but the less people drive, the smoother the experience. And that's why we're encouraging persons not all to drive, because there's really no parking along the strip. So if a number of persons drive, even in terms of the turning bay, it's a little more difficult.
All right, so there you go, people. Just try your best to just enjoy the shuttle. That's what it's there for. That the organizers went through all the trouble to facilitate and make it so much easier for you to get there, enjoy yourself. Don't trouble if you. I mean, I know if I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't be driving up the hill. I'd enjoy being chauffeur driven and taking all the way up there in comfort and style, which I'm sure is what they're providing. So and as Carolyn said, try not to all come at 1. I think minimize, kind of stagger things a little bit. I don't think the Coffees Festival is going to run with you. The entertainment not going to leave you out if you come a little bit after 1. If you get there a little bit later, you should still be good to go. All right?
Right. If you come out early, we're going to have some influencers, but as I said, we'll sneak peek, putting out the information over time. So we're going to have some celebrities in the house and all of that. But we want persons to get their tickets. The whole thing is really about the coffee festival and experience our own product. People got crazy over Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, and I want our Jamaicans to be crazy about what we have here that people are so excited about.
Stick a pin in that though. I mean, in terms of the taste of our coffee, which is amazing and we know is world famous and people love that. What are some of the other elements or ways in which you're going to be discussing our coffee in a way to make sure that people truly appreciate how valuable and how significant, how important it is, and what a major contributor it is to our overall Jamaican-ness, you know what I mean?
So we are going to be having a lot of coffee-infused products. So we talk about the coffee that we drink, but coffee will be presented in so many ways. Coffee in our food, coffee in our service, coffee in skincare products, coffee in products that's made. Coffee is going to be displayed in so many ways. Some of it you'll not believe it. When you taste coffee pudding, coffee cake, coffee with rum. And I know you're not going to believe this, but there is the strawberry farmer that's going to be there with strawberries. And you might think you can't pair coffee and chocolate and coffee and strawberry. Yes, you can. We'll be seeing all of that. So we are looking forward to coffee being done in a number of different ways. So the coffee experience, as I'm saying, is going to be great. But I really want our people to see what is it that we are. But guess what? We haven't spoken about. There will be a number of seminars there on coffee too. So while those of us who will be looking at the entertainment and we'll be watching the zoo, I have not told you about some very exciting things that will be there. We will be having coffee seminars. We'll be having a barista competition. We'll be having a mixology competition. So what we're currently doing, we're putting out a call for baristas all over, not just people in the restaurants, but we're going for baristas. These are the people who make coffee. And we're going into hotels. We are bringing out the best coffee makers there. So we have been running a series of competition. And the finals will be held on the parade day. And so we'll have a coffee competition. But there will be seminars as to how to make a good cup of coffee. It's not just about putting the coffee and throwing some milk in it or no milk at all. Really, more experience than that. But I'm not going to tell you that. No, you're going to come and find that out.
Everybody has to come out and get the experience for themselves.
And yes. And that's really very exciting. And of course, we have a mixology competition, and you'll see our bartenders at work. And again, we're pulling them from all over the island, so your favorite cocktail will be right there. Exciting prizes and surprises. And this is the tourism industry. There'll be lots of prizes, weekends to be won. So, yes.
If you didn't need any more incentive.
If you didn't need any more incentives, here it is. And we're talking about family prizes too, normally you're talking about weekend for two.
Yeah.
We are in the tourism industry. We're talking about more than 2 people here. So, yes, lots of opportunities. And as I said, there'll be seminars too. And there are people who come for that part of it. Yeah.
All right. So you have the coffee connoisseurs around. If you're a coffee connoisseur, if you're a person who really wants to enjoy or find a way to make that perfect cup of coffee, then you're going to have persons who are like-minded like you, who are going to be interested, or we're going to be discussing the different strategies and techniques you can use, the different ingredients, the different additives and so on to flavor up your coffee and make sure they enjoy it real nice. And I'm sure that a lot of our coffee producers, our major coffee producing companies locally are going to be there as well, showcasing their different products and so on, right?
Yes, because we have had over 80 businesses that have registered. A lot of people have registered, but of course, when it comes down, we're going to be choosing for the parade grounds between 50 and 60 businesses. So we're saying you have coffee infused, exciting products, go and register because there will be space there for you. However, on the UTech grounds, there'll be another set of people who they don't have to be very related to coffee, but they will be there and they want to be there to be talking to you while you wait.
All right, so while you're at UTech chilling out, you can have a little walk around, have a little, just to walk and see what else is on there. And this is just like a little teaser before you get up to the actual venue itself to see what's going on. All right, sounds good. So let me understand it. So now people, you have the coffee seminars, you have competitions with the mixologists, you have the different persons who are going to be making coffee, you have entertainment, you have the different booth holders and different persons showcasing their coffee-based products and so on and so forth. Did we leave anything else out? Is there anything else?
You might want to go to the zoo.
Yeah, all right.
And we have a museum, and there are a number of areas at the parade grounds. Let me tell you, I didn't even know that, some people come and they stay right on the bottom level of the parade grounds, the entertainment. There's other areas for you to go up the steps and explore. The first year, I didn't pass the parade ground. The second year, I probably went one level up. But there are lots of other exciting things that happen that I don't think one day is enough, but the truth is, within the day, you'll be able to achieve some things. So while excitement going on stage, your excitement might be something else. So But I think one of the most exciting thing is that tour coming up in that tour bus, where you get to win things. And imagine before you come off the bus, you have an opportunity to not just get your gift bag, but to win prizes, to hear exciting stories. These are trained tour operators. I think that's part of the best experience there is, jumping on that tour bus and coming up that hill.
But it seems like this coffee festival is really growing in leaps and bounds, Carolyn. It seems like this is something that maybe in a couple of years you might have to think about expanding it to another venue or something, because it seems like it's really growing. How satisfied are you with what you're seeing in terms of how it's moving and growing so far?
We're very satisfied, and we have been looking at the growth plan. I mean, we can't get the Blue Mountain Hill any bigger, right? But we are thinking we might have to have exclusive events at the area as the demand increases, because it's not so much about, for us, making money for us. It's really for people to get the authentic experience. But as it grows, we might have to look at how exclusive it can get. So here is your opportunity now to come, experience, and to just love it.
It almost seems like at this point maybe you probably are doing it, but if you aren't, here's us, in terms of suggesting that you just like how we have the different persons come down, or we market our hotels and so on at the different venues abroad. It might just be we have to start stepping it up and getting more of the overseas clientele to come in and check out the coffee festival, because it seems like the perfect vehicle to really advertise and showcase the love and the energy and the effort that goes into making our coffee what it is. How's that going?
That's good. And JTB has that portfolio. They are the persons who are marketing the coffee festival overseas. They are the persons who will bring in the influencers in the space. So they are actually responsible for that part of the execution, which they will be doing. So yes, they will be doing that. They have been doing that. We have a number of businesses along the strip going up. They will get some mileage. And of course, the Airbnb along that side is normally booked. They're not all booked out already, because it's just an experience to be going up the hill. And there are lots of other activities, other places to visit, apart from the parade grounds, which you'll probably do another day. But the idea is, and that is why I'm saying the tour is so important, because as you go up that tour operator will be able to say, Crichton Estate is on this side, Coffee Blue is on this side, Strawberry Farms is on that side, and be able to tell you a little more about what's happening going up. So you go back there, not necessarily just for coffee festival, but you visit another Sunday, another Saturday, or perhaps during the week to experience what we have on this side, going up on the St. Andrew. As I said, it's not just about Ocho Rios, Montego Bay, and Negril, and the South Coast, and Portland. There is lots more to Jamaica that we must see.
All right, let me quote like a controversy, Carolyn. Let me ask you this question. Jamaica is tea country, as far as me know. At tea we drink, so I've been told. So do you believe that this coffee festival is making an impact in helping more Jamaicans to appreciate how much coffee, or add coffee to our national palate in terms of it? We know we like the Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, and coffee is cool and everything, but I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Do you think we're getting more persons, more locals especially, logging on to coffee and finding out, that it's probably one of the best things out there for them to be drinking as well?
But first, the devil don't need an advocate. Vaughn. Right?
Hey. Hallelujah.
But yes, we have lots more people drinking coffee. We have, and that's why it's, as I said, it's the second most consumed beverage in the world. When our visitors come here, they come and they ask for our coffee. And based on what's happening in the shelves in the supermarket, I hope next year when I come back, I'll be able to give you some statistics. It moves. Our Jamaican coffee products move. So more people are buying the coffee product. And guess what? There are more coffee-infused products. So I can tell you that I've bought coffee skincare products and my skin feels like silk. I'm not trying to sell something that I've experienced it. So I'm telling you, we have so much to offer. Our people are so creative, and they are able to make a lot of innovative products. So there will be people who don't drink coffee and not excited about coffee, but I can tell you there's so many other ways that you can experience that coffee. Whether you rub it on your skin or whether you eat it, or whether there's a service to it. So it's not just about drinking coffee. And even the waste products from coffee are tremendous use in our industry. And let me tell you, the number one reason why linkages exist is to provide business opportunity for our local people. So while we talk about our farmers producing more coffee, it is a way for our people to make businesses with the spill-off being to give them greater economic opportunities.
All right, see there. If you needed any more convincing, I don't think you did, but I mean, I think that should be the icing on the cake. So let's just recap it from here and just go back go back full circle and just tie things up in a nice, neat little bow. All right, so I'm gonna just shoot the questions at you rapidly. We just answer them as we kind of move towards wrapping. All right, so first, Blue Mountain Coffee Festival 2024. Where? Or when, actually? When?
It's March 2, 2024.
Where?
And that's Saturday. Let me add. Okay. Saturday, March 2, 2024. And it's on the new castle grounds in the Blue Mountains.
Cost?
$5,000 for adults, $3,000 for children.
How do I get there?
You go to UTech, you park into one of those parking spaces that is there for you, that has been paid for with security, and then you jump on one of our beautiful tour buses.
And the tour bus what's the experience on the tour bus?
The tour bus, apart from receiving your package if you're early, the tour guide will give you an experience going up into the hills, telling you about what is where, and just different information about our product. It's a beautiful experience through the hills. Drop you off right at the location. You jump into a curated experience. You enjoy the day. But of course, if you want to leave before the day is done at any point, there are buses going back and forth. So if you came up the hill and you have something to do in the afternoon and you decide to come in the morning, there's something there for you and you come back down. If you decide to come in the afternoon because you only wanted to be a part of something that's happening in the afternoon, there's something there for you. However, we have shuttles going back and forth. We have a number of bigger buses this year because last year, while we had a combination of large and small buses, we have a number of large buses to take you to and fro.
All right, what time is good for me to get out there, reach out to UTech so I can get up to the festival?
I want you to get there early. So our first buses will depart at 9:30. However, if you decide to come at, say, 11 o'clock, it's a good time. But you can decide to come with most people at 1 o'clock. And, right, you might spend a little more time with me at UTech, but you're definitely going to go up on one of those buses. Because most people seem to come round about that time.
Yeah, of course, we can't be too early. We kind of have to see what's going on first.
But we have things going on, man, right through the day up there. Exciting time. But guess what? Our last bus, so the time is not unlimited. The last bus at 3 o'clock, going up. Don't come after 3 o'clock. Okay. Please. If you're coming after 3 o'clock, it must mean you are not interested in coming to the coffee festival because it takes a while to get up there. Let's say 45 minutes tops. Mm-hmm. So we don't want you to be taking that bus after 3 o'clock. All right, please get there before 3.
So try to reach around about 11:30 thereabouts, and then don't come after 3. All right.
Don't come after 3.
So when I get up there, what am I gonna experience? What am I gonna see? What am I gonna smell?
You're going to feel, touch, smell, and you will decide what exactly you want to do. You might decide to go to the zoo. You might decide to go and look at the products for sale. You might decide to go to sample, and most of our purveyors will have samples and giveaways as they did last year. And I'm encouraging my patrons. I'm saying perhaps the first 1,000 persons will get their goodie bags. There won't be bags for everybody. They're loaded, but the persons who come first, so don't come at 3 o'clock and ask me, where is my bag?
Mm-hmm. So
might not have enough for you.
First 1,000 people, and
Yeah.
1,000 is a whole heap of people. I mean,
It's
so
a
come
whole
on.
heap of people.
If you not reach within that time limit, I mean, you must have really, really, really been late. So do yourself a favor. Don't come late. Make sure you reach early. All right. And
That's
then
right.
as we talk, let's just wrap it up with the entertainment. What our people are going to experience? Talk to them about all the fantastic things that you have planned.
We have the Charleston Maroons. We have community groups performing. Debbie soon will be our master of ceremony for the entire day. We have the Lana playing music, and we have Amaya singing. Hope I getting her name right. It's Amane now. It's Amane.
Okay.
For those of you who know her, and we are still negotiating with two great persons that you're going to love to hear.
All right, fantastic. So there you have it, people. A fantastic event awaits. This is something a little bit different from what we're traditionally used to, the regular street dance, but this is the 7th staging, so we're getting used to it. We're getting more comfortable with the Coffee Festival, and it's a great look. It's a great event. It's something new. It's something different. It's entrenching. It's marrying, as you mentioned, in terms of the title or the theme for it, which is culture, community, and coffee. Marrying the coffee with our culture and just bringing a whole community energy and vibe. I know, say we in Jamaica, when it comes to community energy, that is what we are all about. So it's going to be a fantastic event. It's going to be a great time. It's for the whole family, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's a family event.
All right, so you can pack up the whole tribe and see if you can come and enjoy. There will be something there for all of you. Coffee and non-coffee drinkers alike. If you don't want to drink it, there are ways to eat it. There are products you can rub on your skin. All different kinds of things. All right, so it's going to be something to remember. It's going to be amazing, if I do say so myself. So kudos to you and your team. Make sure you go back and tell the entire team, big themselves up, pat themselves on the back, and they're doing a great job. This is something that looks like it's here to stay. And it looks like it on a nice trajectory to take off and be something really spectacular. So kudos to you guys for doing all that you do.
So Vaughn, will you be there?
I would like to. Unfortunately, I have young children, so they might prevent me from going, but I'm doing my best to get there this year.
And Vaughn, remember, you can take them.
Yes, I know I can.
And if you feel that you don't want to be there until late evening, then you can always go back on the bus and go back down. If you come up at 11:30, nothing is wrong if you decided only to give us 2 hours and go back down. The buses will be going back and forth.
All right, so definitely want to go and experience something new. Show them a different side of the country, a part that they probably haven't even experienced yet, or up in the hills and seeing the coffee and something that's such a big deal for us. Okay, I just thought Tiana H says sounds great. So yeah, more persons looking forward to being in attendance. All right. And Debbie Reynolds Kroll saying, watching from New York. Debbie, I hope you get the chance to come down and be a part of the Blue Mountain Coffee Festival. I'm sure Miss Carolyn would love to see you. Give one of those fantastic goodie bags and so on. And hopefully you go back and you tell more of your friends and more of them decide to come down. Make it like a whole thing. All right.
Of course, and then rent an Airbnb in the hills.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's another experience, because we tend, people think we're just cold or we're just hot. No, we have a combination of both. So you come and Debbie and you spend that time in that Blue Mountain here, there. You stay at one of those Airbnb along the strip.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds pretty exciting.
So like it could change your life. Now, if person want to get more information about the Coffee Festival and all the details, where can they go, Carolyn?
You can go on our Instagram pages at Jamaica Coffee Fest or at TEF Jamaica. But of course, there's always www.bluemountaincoffeefestival.com.
All right, there you have it. Tiana H adding her son is most excited. So a lot of people already jumping online feeling like, all right, yeah, this is a good look. So should be successful. It is a success every year. It blows up the social media. We see all different kind of posts and videos and so on every time. So I guarantee it's going to be amazing. All right, last word to you, Carolyn. One more time, give the people a nice charge and make them know that they need to come out and come enjoy themselves at the Blue Mountain Coffee Festival next month.
So we're inviting you, the Honorable Minister Edmund Bartlett, who is in charge of the Ministry of Tourism, and all its agencies. So we're talking about the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TPD, called the Jamaica Tourist Board, and other agencies that we have. We are saying, come on out, spend the day with us. When you come, you'll be treated to whether it is you want to go to the competition, the mixology competition, the barista competition, whether you want to go to the zoo, Whether you want to work and experience a product for your skin and your face and your hair, all coffee infused, or you want to drink coffee hot or cold, or you want to eat coffee in the form of a cake or a pudding or food, all these experiences are here. And you'll be able to take something back with you. Yes, a coffee cup that will be in that bag, and our purveyors will be giving different samples. Some of them will be giving out different things too. There's so much thing. And to top it off, there'll be wonderful entertainment that you will enjoy and rock to. And it is a family entertainment. So you don't have to worry, can my mother come? Can my child come? Can my grandma come? I'm a Christian. Can I come? Right? I'm not a Christian. Is there enough fun? There is enough fun for everybody to enjoy. So please, I want everybody to come out. The $5,000, I'm sure it's not a deterrent. Please, if you wanted a group, come in a group, have your own bus, and I'll put a tour guide on it. Yes, I'll make it exciting. So please, looking forward to seeing everybody.
See the people. Coffee festival sound like a fun time, and you can customize that, make it really fun, make it a really wonderful experience, and they're willing to work with it to make it happen. I mean, it's gonna be amazing, and I'm sure it's just when the time comes, you're going to see the line. Then you're going to see the line of cars all the way down Hope Road with persons waiting to park up at UTEX so that they can get in for the coffee festival. It's gonna be amazing. All right.
And you know what, Vaughn? I have a very innovative team headed by Simone Harris. Every day they think of something exciting and they throw it in. So what I've spoken to you about is what is at this point.
All right.
By the end of the week, they're going to come to me with some other exciting things. So I tell you, it continues. We're very passionate about what we do, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody.
All right, but
there's a limit. So get it. It's early.
Don't worry about that, man. We're good, man. All right, okay. I think that's a good problem to have. Let's put it that way. Persons come and say, man, I'm going to buy my ticket early next year. And the year after that to make sure I'm there every year. I'm sure it's only going to get better and better anyway. All right, people. With that said, I think it's time for us to wrap. Thank you to everyone who tuned into our discussion, especially those of you who sent in your questions and your comments. And if you have a question and we haven't answered it in our discussion, not to worry. Drop it in the comments. We'll make sure we get you the right answers. All right. Now remember, people, our audience plays a major part in the show. So if you have a person that you'd like to see in studio, let us know. We'll try to have that person in studio as soon as possible. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, X, and Instagram to see who will be in studio next. And while you're at it, make sure you check out Blue Mountain Coffee Festival and check out Blue Mountain Coffee Fest on all the platforms. They're on all of them. Get all the information that you need to know about the coffee festival so you can plan and arrange and be there. All right. We do this every week, live online. I've been your host, Vaughn Davis, and this has been Studio 58A. Thank you so much for joining us, and please have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. You have a good one too, Carolyn. All right. Bye.
You too. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Great.